There are two words that quietly author the shape of your life. Two syllables you whisper 100 times a day, rarely noticing the worlds they set in motion. I am. Think about how often you say it. I'm tired. I'm broke. I am unlucky. Most people speak these words as if they are reporting the facts of their life, like a commentator giving the news. But they are not reporting. They are programming. In a universe made of vibration and resonance, words are not harmless. They are frequencies. And when you say, I am, you are issuing a command to the field of existence itself. The field does not argue. It does not judge. It simply mirrors back what you are being. This is why mystics held the words, I am, as sacred. This is why the name of God was hidden in plain sight. When Moses asked the divine for its name, the answer thundered through eternity. I am that I am. Not he is, not they are. Simply, I am. The living, breathing, pulsing consciousness at the core of all being. Every tradition points to the same truth. In Vedanta, it is whispered as Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Absolute. The Christian mystic Meister Eckhart declared that the I with which you see God is the same I with which God sees you. And Neville Goddard, one of the greatest teachers of the last century, devoted his life to revealing what religion had hidden. That every time you say, I am, you are invoking the power that created the universe. His teacher, Abdullah, made the truth so simple it couldn't be ignored. Neville longed to travel to Barbados, but had no money, no plan, no means. Abdullah told him, you are already in Barbados, not someday, not when the circumstances aligned. Already. And so, each night, Neville went to sleep in New York as though he were lying in his bed in Barbados. He smelled the sea air. He felt the island sheets. He heard the familiar sounds of home. And within weeks, a letter arrived offering him a first-class ticket across the ocean. No effort, no forcing, just the law at work. What if the same is happening in your life? I am anxious. I am not enough. I am always struggling. These are not observations. They are decrees. And the universe, obedient and exact, organizes itself around your words. Even science echoes this mystery. In quantum physics, the act of observation changes what is observed. Possibility collapses into form beneath the gaze of attention. Now ask yourself, what is the most powerful observation you will ever make? It isn't looking at atoms under a microscope. It's the observation you make about yourself. Every time you declare an identity, especially with emotion, you collapse reality into that form. I am unlucky. I am loved. I am powerless. I am infinite. These are beams of attention writing the script of your life. And neuroscience confirms what mystics have always known. Repeated thought, repeated emotion, repeated self-definition etches new neural pathways. Your brain literally rewires itself around your I am. And once you are wired to be it, the world reflects it back. So pause here. Let yourself notice. What have been my most repeated I ams this week? Sit with that for a moment. And then ask yourself honestly, do I want to keep building my world from those words? There's a sacred doorway each morning, so small most people walk right past it. It is that quiet interval between sleep and waking, when you haven't yet remembered your name, your problems, your story. In that gap, you are simply awareness. You are simply, I am. Neville Goddard called this the ideal state for prayer. Not prayer as begging, but prayer as impression. Science now calls it the hypnagogic state, that twilight between waking and sleeping, where the brain shifts into slower alpha and theta waves. In this state, the critical mind quiets, and the subconscious is wide open. What you impress in this gap carries extraordinary power. So tomorrow morning, linger there for 10 seconds. Whisper inwardly, I am blessed. I am whole. I am clear. Let those words breathe through your body before the story of your day takes over. The God state is not arrogance. It is not superiority. It is alignment. It is the moment when your inner identity and your desired reality are so coherent that there is no gap between the two. Think of tuning forks. Strike one, and the other vibrates without effort. That is resonance. And when your thoughts and feelings match, when your mind and your heart broadcast the same note, your whole body becomes a tuning fork. The field cannot resist it. It vibrates back. This is why the words, I am trying, carry hesitation, but the words, I am, carry authority. The God state is the place where you stop chasing and start embodying, where you no longer ask if it will happen, because you are already there. You can repeat, I am wealthy, every morning, but if your nervous system trembles with fear about bills, the body contradicts the words. The universe doesn't listen to the surface. It listens to the vibration beneath. This is why so many people struggle with affirmations. They leap too far, too fast. They try to go from, I am broke, to, I am a millionaire in one breath. But their body does not believe it, and so the old program overrides the new words. Instead, begin gently. Instead of forcing, I am wealthy, begin with, I am learning to manage money with ease. Or, I am becoming more open to abundance. These are soft steps that feel believable. And once the nervous system feels safe, the identity can rise. This is not faking. It is stabilizing. You are teaching your body a new home. The God state requires more than words. It requires living from the end. This means you imagine not the moment of getting something, but the life that unfolds after it is already true. If you want love, don't imagine a first date. Imagine brushing your teeth in the morning and seeing 2 toothbrushes in the cup. If you want success, don't imagine signing the contract. Imagine the casual conversation with a friend who congratulates you. Feel the scene with all your senses, the tone of the voice, the weight of the object, the warmth of the touch. Enter that scene fully, especially in the twilight of sleep, and then let it go. Trust it the way you trust a seed once it's planted in the earth. Remember Abdullah's words to Neville, you are already there. Science quietly confirms the mechanics of this law. Neuroplasticity shows us that repeated thought and feeling literally reshape the wiring of the brain. Epigenetics reveals that belief influences gene expression, switching them on or off. HeartMath research demonstrates that when thought and feeling align, the electromagnetic field of the heart grows coherent, powerful, and clear. Even physicists like David Bohm spoke of an implicate order, an invisible blueprint from which the visible world unfolds. Your I am is that blueprint. The life around you is simply its expression. Your body listens to the words you use. When you say, I am unwell, your cells obey. This is not to blame you. It is to free you. Try this. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Whisper, I am whole. Let your body feel what wholeness might be like. Let the nervous system learn that it is safe. Pair this with small acts of care. a glass of water, a stretch, a walk in the sunlight. In this way, I am becomes more than words. It becomes embodied truth. Remember too, you are never creating alone. Billions of people repeat fear together, and the world dutifully mirrors it back. But the same law works the other way. When you see someone at their best, even while they show their worst, you hold open a door for them. This is why some presences heal without speaking, not because of mystical powers, but because they refuse to accept limitation as final, in themselves and in those around them. Sovereignty carries a cost, responsibility. Not shame, not blame, but the recognition that you are always naming yourself into being. Your current circumstances are echoes of old I ams. They are not final. They are just the past catching up to you. Keep steady in the new declaration, even when the old echo lingers. Don't dig up your seed to check if it has sprouted. Let it be. When doubt rises, return to the only question that matters. Who am I now? This is not about visiting a high frequency for a few minutes of meditation. This is about moving in. The God state is not a hotel. It is your home. You do not ask if you belong there. You exhale and settle in. So place your hand on your heart. Breathe deeply. Whisper with me now. I am that I am. I am coherent. I am aligned. I am the flame. If these words stirred something in you, anchor it now. Declare it in the comments. I am in my God state. Tell me the one identity you are claiming for the next 7 days. Let your words ripple into the field, because when you speak I am with awareness, the universe cannot help but respond. And if you wish to go deeper, stay with me. In the next teaching, we will explore the art of revision, the secret of rewriting your past to unlock your future. Until then, stay rooted, stay radiant, and remember, your I am is the most powerful force in the universe. Use it as though your life depends on it, because it does.